This small tape machine will fit all dollars all over the world. Sie spricht auch in 3 Sprachen.
Bonsoir, chérie. Finalement, tu rentres chez toi.
What do they retail at?
Also in English.
Hello, darling. I'm glad you're home.
Here we have retail, also wholesale. Also, Dolly Doll has 12 wonderful outfits truthfully fitted with zippers and buttons.
What'll they think of next year? May I take a sample? House go toys.
Of course, sir. You like another outfit, too?
Personally, I find zippers and buttons a damn nuisance.
I just sold 500. It's Philip Scott.
Who?
Our house go, a very important client. Excuse me, Heinrich.
Why do we never get clients like that?
No, Erika, we have some very nice clients.
If you like bald heads, bull necks, and gold teeth, yes, Heinrich.
May I have some brochures, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
May I?
But please, a perfect scale model of the 1963 Cooper.
Oh,
you see,
don't try and tell him about Coopers. Philip Scott used to race that very car.
Hello, Kramer.
Hello.
Oh, forgive me, Herr Scott. I didn't recognize you.
Why should you? It was way back.
Nostalgic, huh?
Only sometimes.
Have you visited our stand?
My first call.
Oh, good. And you have seen our new mechanized toys. Perfect in every detail. And our junior computer, now there's a marvel.
Not bad.
Oh, not bad. You know what I just sold to South America? Come on, I show you the order.
Another time, Otto. I have to call my office.
So use my phone and I give you a drink.
On your phone, I can't tell them how outrageous your prices are.
Oh, or did they quote you?
They didn't. I'm just playing it cool.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Phil. What about me dine tomorrow night?
Thanks. I'm off to Kitzbühel in the morning. Going to exercise a new group of muscles.
Oh, so tonight, the Piroshka. I'm taking the Herschels. She is pretty.
Oh, the underhand way you do business.
Nein, Eva, nicht so. Das ist ja langweilig. So eine Physik. Freundlich, so. Strahlen. Ja, so. Fein. Achtung. Gut. Ja, ja, so ist es gut. Wunderbar.
Taken 3 hours ago. I tell you again, this man is an agent. Furthermore, he runs his own unit, quite independent of British or West German intelligence.
Are you sure of this?
I don't fly to Munich on fantasies.
I mean that it's the same man.
I should know. I've been tailing him for 4 months. Yes, I remember that. German Grand Prix.
Press shot 4 years ago. Superficial burns, broken ribs. Hasn't raced since.
He thinks what he's doing now is safer?
A safer image, yes. There's something psychologically unsuspect about toys.
And here's 4 months observation and 7 hours of film to prove it.
That's why I asked
This man is an intelligence agent. I want every move he makes checked and double-checked.
All right,
Anyone
all
he
right.
speaks to, check. If he goes to the toilet, vet the system. If he even raises his hat to anyone, check. Sooner or later, he's going to get careless.
Does he suspect anything?
He doesn't even know we exist. Let's just keep it that way.
Right.
Not you, Hal. You have 20 minutes to get me to the airport.
But for you, Philip, the most interesting side to our junior computer is that so far, no one has the English manufacturing license. Now, who else would I rather give it to?
I appreciate this, Otto, but first my partner.
Oh, Tony! Mrs. Peters!
Erika, hello. Heinrich.
Where have you two been hiding?
Kitzbühel. And I still feel I'm on skis.
I hope you left the snow in good shape.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mrs. Scott, Mr. Kramer, Antonia, Mrs. Peters.
So skiing, yeah?
Yes, I'm going back tomorrow. Please sit down.
Well, now, when you going to Kitzbühel, my friend?
By the sheerest good luck. I hope I see you there.
Well, you certainly won't see me. I'm staying right here in a quiet beauty salon, getting rid of my après-ski, après-chocolate gâteau.
Mother, we really shouldn't leave Fritz sitting all by himself.
Does him good, Antonia. Well, auf Wiedersehen. Let's get together when you get back.
Love to.
We met them on a winter cruise last year.
And now, if I may speak of our transistorized flying saucers.
Prosit of flying saucers.
Here.
Has it occurred to you that just once this evening, Mr. Scott might like to dance?
I thought you'd never ask, may I?
But of course. Women.
Poor Mr. Scott. How can I brighten your evening?
I'd say it was poor Frau Herschel. I can't dance.
Frau Hirschel is Heinrich's mother. I'm Erika, and you dance better than Heinrich. Do you speak German?
Enough. I can just about ask for the things I want.
Such as?
Such as, tell me about Antonia Peters.
Her mother is the widow of a shipping magnate. She is rich, single, selective, but Swedish.
Why but?
Well, you know what they say about the Swedes.
They say so many things.
You will report when you come back from Kitzbühel, Mr. Scott.
Round by round. Incidentally, Mr. Scott is my father.
Thank you, Philip. Now I try to stop the business chat by telling Heinrich I'm pregnant or something.
They're all the very finest, sir. But these are even more finest. Plastic.
At these prices, they should be gold.
What can one do? Materials go up, prices go up, everything's go up. Ah, Dr. Spiegler, good morning.
Guten Morgen.
Please go ahead.
Thank you. Some slates for my children.
Jawohl, Herr Doktor.
Thank you.
Danke, Herr Doktor.
Other places may have better skiers, but Kitzbühel has the prettiest.
I'm glad to hear it.
Is good for my business, you know. Pretty girls ski by, the men turn to look and krach. Allez, anar.
Hey,
Yes?
this yours?
Oh, thank you. By your permittal, I have a pair of these. Not the most expensive, but very good. And don't listen to him. He just likes to live in luxury.
Thanks for the advice.
So you take the plastic, okay?
No, I take these.
Maybe one day he breaks a leg.
Very important for skiing is to bend your knees and your ankles. Sticks are backwards. First we try the snow plow. This is the position. Ski points together, edges turned inward. Please, David, start.
Okay. You're present at a great moment in American skiing. Philip, all right. What'd I do wrong?
Almost everything.
I'm next.
or the left ski. That's good. Don't lean back. That's very good. Now we do a Schluss, then a snow plow, and for the last, a small turn. George, try it, please.
Well, goodbye, kids. Oh, that's not quite right, is it? Bad luck, old chap.
You have hurt yourself?
It's all right. It's not my snogging arm. Oh,
Perhaps you should go to the clinic.
what on my travel allowance?
Halte dich mit beiden Händen fest. Rechtes Bein zuerst. Gut, gut. Und linkes Bein. Bravo!
Herr Doktor, ein Patient.
Noch 4 Schritte. Und das hier kannst du gewinnen.
4 Schritte.
Go in, please. Can you get your jacket off?
Oh, sure, Doc. It's nothing very dramatic. I think it's only a sprain, but they insisted I had it looked at.
Move your fingers. No need for plaster. A bandage will do.
Oh, good. I thought this was going to cost the rest of my loot.
It's only the rich arms we take the loot from Mr.
Innes. George Innes.
And that loot pays for my real work. The children.
I can't seem to get on with those skis I hired. I'm told Innsbrucker Sport make a very good one.
Oh. I prefer Fernlauf. Not the most expensive, but very good.
Next year I may buy a pair.
Perhaps I should plaster your arm. Hold that, please. I'm developing a new treatment for certain kinds of paralysis, controlled by a version of electromyography for nerve reactivation. Some of the children are responding quite spectacularly, cases they thought permanently crippled. And children are our only hope for the future. Don't you think, Mr. Innes?
All the better to hug you with, my dear.
Oh, you're a bit mental, that's your trouble.
We've got a honey.
Have we got one?
Yeah, well, keep it clean. We don't want to shock the customs.
I'm sorry.
So full already. I find the table. Come.
Oh, sorry. Well, hello, Miss Peters. Philip Scott. We met in Munich. Peroshka?
Of course, with the Herschels. We seem to belong to the same jet set.
Well, in that case, maybe we can have dinner sometime.
Are you here alone?
Completely.
Oh, you won't be for long in Kitzbühel.
I am tonight.
Tonight we're off to Innsbruck for a concert.
It's great music, Innsbruck.
But you must join our party some other evening.
Or perhaps some evening when your party's busy.
Tony, I found a table, but you lose your chair.
Nice to meet you again, Mr. Scott.
Oh, those postcards yours, sir. Well, you're just in time. Now you was about to read them.
I was not evil. You're really evil.
No.
Hi.
Hello.
We're just waiting for the freight train to go through.
Oh, hello.
How was the concert?
Wrong night. Rolf had the dates mixed.
Silly old Rolfie. Well, where is he then? Don't tell me he's been exiled.
They're down at the swimming pool.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Do you think it has broken down?
Probably. People sometimes swing up here for days. If it turns into an all-nighter, I can offer you cigarettes, brandy, air-sick pills.
You've obviously swung here before.
Miss Peters, if we ever get out of this hellhole, will you dine with me tonight?
If I get out of this by tonight, I'm going to the ski fest.
With lucky old Rolfie?
With lucky old Rolfie.
Yeah. Okay. Cocktails at the Guido Reich.
Getting my hair done.
Tea?
At the pool.
Great little athlete, that. Great.
He's also torch skier in the fest tonight.
Naturally.
He's an attractive, undemanding escort.
Well, if he isn't the one, where's the demanding one hiding?
Nowhere and everywhere. He hasn't appeared yet.
Suppose he appeared at the ski fest tonight. Where would he find you?
Watching Rolfie. Exciting, isn't it?
Yes. But which torch is the Rolfie?
You're not viewing this with the proper enthusiasm. I think you're jealous.
I'm not jealous. But it isn't easy with a counter-attraction on my side.
Well, your counter-attraction is slowly turning blue. She could do with some of that emergency brandy.
Better idea. We'll have a nice steaming mug of emergency blue wine.
But what about Rolf?
He's doing a great job. We'll bring him a yumpin' hot jug of it, too.
You do realize, of course, that blue wine can be bought in any one of those lights down there.
Ah, but for you it must be the best, and the best blue wine is bought at that light up there. Wait for it.
You will be long?
No. So, this is where you bring them.
Only those who like good blue wine.
Hier kommt das Getränk, was Spezielles, ganz was Feines. Mein Fräulein, der beste Glühwein in ganz Tirol.
Thank you, Peter. Post.
I apologize for doubting.
You didn't expect any blue wine?
I'm a naturally curious person.
About?
Who? What? Why?
Who? I'm in the toy business. What? Which one?
What sort of person is disguised under your instant charm?
Oh, sort of childish, I suppose. Before I started playing with toys, I used to race cars. Gave that up. Scared the hell out of me.
I like you.
Thank you very much.
You're refreshingly honest.
Probably the blue wine.
Not only charming, but disarming.
I'll drink to that.
Go on.
Like they do it in Sweden.
Well, I haven't seen it done yet, but I can hardly wait to introduce it. We mustn't forget Rolf's here.
Mustn't we? All right, then. Peter.
Also, I really should end up with the same party I started with.
And the same mouth. Peter!
Yeah, Mr. Scott.
I want a large jug of blue wine to take, understand?
Of course, Mr. Scott. I'll bring it right away. So,
It's been a great evening.
Great. So it wouldn't Could never have ended like this in a Swedish film.
Oh, ha, ha, ha.
To winter sports. Kitzbühel. Yeah, I spent a year there one day.
Well, don't be polite. Anytime you want to retire. Could I phrase that differently? Come on.
You know what we've been doing all day?
Horse skiing, snow cycles, ice hockey.
We've just been busy keeping ourselves busy.
Of course. If we kiddies stop playing, we might start growing up and getting ourselves involved. What's the matter?
I've just had the most terrible growing pain.
You fool. Where?
Here. I'm not going to tell you where. Feel. Notice anything?
Probably indigestion.
Oh, it's the most worrying thing that's ever happened to me. Tony, I'm committed, involved, in love.
What? In 24 hours? You hardly know me. I'm horrible.
I don't have to know your brothers or your sisters, the way you get your hair done, what your father has for
Philip,
breakfast.
I wouldn't.
Shut up. Just you being you. Makes me want to sing, and I can't sing. Compose a poem, and I can't write. Finish my dinner, and I can't eat.
Poor darling Philip. Is this how you got your dimple?
3 hours every evening.
The only thing I can prescribe for your symptoms is some more of that delicious Cleavon.
To hell with the blue wine.
Oh, no.
Pardon me.
Entirely my fault. Wie geht's?
Good morning.
How are they?
You're a great picker.
I'd say we both were. Happy skiing, friends.
Goodbye.
Sind Sie verletzt, Doktor?
Meine Brille. Meine Brille.
Hier, bitteschön.
Coach, did you see an Englishman, tall, green anorak, with a girl, blonde girl, silver ski suit?
Ah, the girl, also tall.
Yeah, yeah.
They took the Streifwandern.
Give me some skis.
Did you call, madam?
You know perfectly well I called. I'm not good enough for these tricks.
Neither am I. I'm just trying to replace Rolf in your life.
Oh, Rolf used to carry me when I was tired.
Is that so?
Yes.
Oh!
Oh, no, Philip. No, ow!
We could start an avalanche that way.
Philip, we really can't do this on skis.
You'll be surprised what can be done on skis.
Oh, no! You must be joking.
Okay. I'll race you to the glue wine. I'll give you 15 yards start.
What, at this hour?
Heaven forbid I've fallen for a rule maker.
Well, according to the rules, I'm only supposed to fall for the ski instructor.
I'm feeling very generous today. This is about 20.
Philip? Thought you'd fallen down a crevice or something.
Okay. Back to your starting post.
What's the matter?
I just remembered I promised to call London.
Oh, you tycoons, you carry a phone on your hip.
Now you know what to get me for Christmas. Come on.
And maybe a desk on skis.
Porter, please. 309. And my bill.
Philip, there's nothing wrong, is there?
Yes. I'm just realizing business was invented to get in the way of...
Winter sports?
Why don't you come too?
Oh, these tycoon decisions. A lady can't make up her mind that fast.
All right, come tomorrow. London swings in the winter.
I'm not sure I want to swing. I'll wait here and get my breath back.
Your taxi is here, sir. Thank you. I'll call you every evening, try to persuade you.
Right here at cocktail time.
A tin of vice versa, please.
Kilo.
Please.
Something else? All right, sir. Thanks. Right, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen.
Mr. Scott, good afternoon.
Amy?
Mr. Scott's back.
Oh, he's down in the workshop, Mr. Scott. Shall I tell him you're here?
Please. And ask the works manager to come up.
Yes, of course.
Welcome back.
Hello, Estelle. Any chaos?
Not really. Nothing that can't wait till tomorrow. Coffee. Or would you prefer something stronger?
No, that's great.
It's just those. I've dealt with everything else. I think these two are personal.
Now, why would you think that?
Unless you're dealing with firms who use Miss Dior and arpège.
Estelle, you have an over-inquisitive nose. Try it on a duty-free smell.
Now I feel terrible.
Good. What time's my Board of Trade appointment tomorrow?
It's in your diary, 11 o'clock.
I said first thing tomorrow.
Yes, so did I. Apparently, they're full up till 11.
We'll get them to switch someone. Tell them it's urgent.
Right? Sorry.
Well, you obviously didn't think much of Kitzbühel.
Too crowded. You got my cable.
About Kramer, yes.
Well?
Well, you've seen the damn computer.
Forget the computer. Loden and Herschel. Transistorized flying saucer.
And we dropped ours.
We still have the design. Theirs can't be here before Easter. We can still mark it before them.
Easter?
Yeah? Oh, Joe.
Oh, Mr. Scott.
Take a look at that.
Excuse me, Mr. Scott. The Board of Trade say everybody's appointment is urgent, but they're calling me back.
Right, but keep at them. How soon can we get a rough mold, Joe? Our old design's priority.
Well, I suppose if we work through tonight.
That's great. Gives me a chance to unpack. Thanks. Can you see yourself up?
That's it. No.
Yes?
I hope you weren't in your bath. Her Majesty's Civil Service have come to heel, 9:15. May I go home now? I smell delicious.
How many, sir?
4, super.
Anything else, sir? Oil, water, antifreeze?
Nothing, thanks. Sorry, it's a large one.
That's all right. As long as the print's not still wet. There we are. 8. Now, what have we got here? 17 and 6, a pound, that little lot.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Hello, hello.
Morning.
Now, what can we do for you, love?
Half a pint, please.
Well, no eggs today.
On the dot. If all my contacts were businessmen.
Coming from the appeals board, I'm touched.
Do sit. Ever since they built that new skyscraper on the south bank, we've become rather telescope-prone, and I rather resent having my lips read. I gather there's some urgency.
I gather you asked me to help because there was.
Well, you were asked to help because our departments were getting nowhere and had lost 6 good operators in the process.
Well, they can relax now, can't they?
If that's what I hope it is.
It is. Full specification, down to the last fuse.
Magnificent.
Yes, great. Now, we have their missile tractor, and they probably have ours. So we can both make each other's.
You know, ever since I took over this department 18 months ago, the file of an agent known only as Mercury fascinated me more than all the others put together. No mention of your field methods, no questions asked, but 4 spectacular results. And now this.
Don't think we didn't have our problems, too. Nothing major.
A leak?
1 casualty. Someone we were using.
Could still be a leak.
It wasn't. He wasn't part of my regular unit.
Don't start taking chances, Philip. I've seen it happen. People getting too sure of themselves. You're much too important to us, you know.
I'll probably survive you sitting up here feeding your ulcers.
Yes, it is a bit soul-destroying, isn't it? Yes, sometimes I wish I were back in the field. At least one was doing things, meeting people.
Which reminds me, I'd like someone screened.
Female, I suppose. Still worried you might talk in your sleep?
This one's Swedish, and rather special.
I thought the Swedes were always neutral.
We have to give security something to do. Hi. I thought I wasn't going to make it.
Me too. I almost changed my mind the last moment.
Why?
Well, ski holiday, shipboard romances, when the suntan wears off.
Doesn't have to. I have a sun lamp. Furthermore, you've probably landed the best Bloody Mary mixer in town. 2 to 1, plenty of lemon, spiced pepper, and loads of ice. Impossible not to like it.
I like this hotel you booked for me.
The service is highly personal.
Do you suppose to treat all the guests the same way?
The management is prepared to offer this guest a permanent suite.
It's a long time permanent.
Might give us time to move some of your luggage.
I'm usually quite a tidy. You realize I have to fix my face again.
It looks delicious unfixed.
I can't go to dinner unfixed.
Did I say we go to dinner? I must have been mad.
Yes, yes. How do they dress it, Annabelle? Up or down?
A little of both, mostly up.
How's this?
Doesn't go with a dressing gown.
I won't be wearing it with a dress.
Well, how can I tell?
Philip will never get to Annabelle's.
Oh, I think we'll manage it somehow.
Oh, I think you have a thing about couches.
No, just about you. Hello?
Sorry, this is the au pair. No one is at home.
It's only a rush pressing, of course, but it all works. 2 ordinary 1.5s.
Well, that's marvelous. Well, how soon, Joe? I mean, finish mold and in production.
We'll need a first pressing of at least 10,000.
Thought you might like these to catch the mail.
The pressing's no trouble, but all this transistor wiring.
We'll subcontract that. You do the assembly, that's all.
Oh, well, then, no problem.
Oh, and the Board of Trade called, and Mr. Harris would like to see you at 9 o'clock tomorrow.
Now what haven't we done?
Oh, it's probably about the Kramer license. Thanks, Estelle. You can wrap up now.
I had.
I've already filled in 7 forms.
I shouldn't worry. They probably found an 8th. Exchange, this is 234960, calling Belgravia 3329.
Mr. Scott's residence. Hello, Mr. Scott. Trying to see my suntan doesn't fade. Where are you? How can you be in your car?
It's More of that tycoon stuff. One step before the phone on my hip. Subject to traffic, I'll be home in half an hour.
Well, you just hang up and put both hands back on that wheel. I do too.
Tony? I see it's been a busy day on the plage. Yes.
Good evening, Mr. Scott.
Who is this?
My name is Smith, but that won't mean a great deal to you.
What can I do for you, Mr. Smith?
Oh, there's quite a lot you can do for me, Mr. Scott. But for the moment, let's just discuss Miss Peters. She won't, of course, be available tonight. And tomorrow, well, tomorrow's rather up to you.
Look, this is a pretty sick kind of joke.
Mr. Scott. I abhor people who play telephone jokes. In fact, telephones can cause a great deal of unnecessary trouble. That's why I suggest, for Miss Peters' sake, that you don't use yours. Just leave the next move to me.
Not like you to be late. You had me worried.
I'm moved by your concern. You made the time. I had to try to find it.
Something worrying you, Philip?
If there was, I'd tell you. You sent for me.
Yes. Wouldn't you like to sit down?
Not unless you think I should.
Well, I rather wish you were in a better mood for this, Philip. However, I reported your success to Kay, and naturally he's as delighted as I am. Only, we're both very much concerned that you're losing one of your people.
I've already told you.
He was a oncer, I know, but oncer or not, this is the first time that your outfit has run into trouble of this kind, and it could point to a serious...
I repeat, there was no leak in my outfit. Is this why you called me here?
Kay has asked me to run a complete check on all your operatives.
Can't be serious.
You say there was no leak. Well, maybe you're right, but we must be certain, Philip. Surely you can see that your connections with us, though they may be far removed, could seriously...
Listen, you know my arrangements, so does Kay. No questions, no names. It's my outfit, not the department's. You either go on trusting us or stop using us. It's as simple as that.
Yes, I rather expected that. In fact, I told Kay that would probably be your answer.
You can also tell him this. I built my outfit on a promise. No names. No names ever. That's why they work for me. That's how we get results. And that's how it's going to stay.
Don't you want to hear about Miss Peters? Security has given her a complete clearance.
Oh, thanks. Not that it matters anymore. I've lost interest.
Mr. Scott!
Yes.
Thought it was you, sir. Gentleman left this for you.
When was this?
No, just after you come in, sir. Must have practically pulled up behind you.
Good morning, sir. Can I get you something?
It's a bit early, isn't it? Can I get a whiskey?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Philip. How's that for service? Sorry I'm late. I hope you haven't been waiting long.
A few minutes. Make a drink?
Vodka straight, frozen.
So what's the next move, Miss?
Martine. And the next move is to have my vodka.
Who should we drink to? Mr. Smith?
He asked me to apologize for not being here, but he's left the arrangements to me. Astonishing good luck. Actually, Miss Peters is very excited at the idea of seeing you.
So let's go.
Oh, but there's time to finish your drink.
I finished.
My, what a quick drinker.
Look, the sooner we get...
You all right?
Not that old.
Welcome back.
Martine, I presume.
Who else? Shall I light you a cigarette?
You're spoiling me.
Just normal passenger comforts. I used to be an air hostess.
First class or economy?
He's a funny man.
I don't suppose my promise not to look would get this off.
Sorry, you'll just have to remember me as I was. We've landed. Unfasten your straps, please.
Is that him?
That's him?
Good. Must have all gone nice and smoothly. Yes?
All right?
Yes, bring him in. Ah, good morning, Mr. Scott.
No, the voice. I can't place the face.
I'm sorry we had to be somewhat melodramatic. At least there was no violence. I hate violence, Mr. Scott. The real professional works only with his brain. It's only the amateur who resorts to
Let's
violence.
cut the footwork. What do you want? What do you want?
The names of your people in Munich.
Do you really think I'd divulge that, knowing what would happen to them?
My dear fellow, let us consider what might happen to Miss Peters.
Same as happened to Dr. Spiegler?
Our poor old man. But he was trying to warn you. It was the quickest and easiest way.
The amateur's way.
There'd be no easy way for Miss Peters.
Look, let's get this straight. Naturally, I'm fond of Miss Peters, but no more than half a dozen other girls.
Well, my dear fellow, it's up to you. I hate force.
Well, let the girl go. She's not involved.
That's what we're in the process of finding out. Still, what might or might not happen to Miss Peters doesn't really concern you, does it? She ain't too much of a million, would you say? Anyway, you still have your other half-dozen girls.
What have I agreed?
Then our interest in both of you would cease. You would be useless to your own people and harmless to us.
There's a corpse in the snow with a hole in its back.
Oh, come, Mr. Scott. You're a professional. You know perfectly well that real agents are seldom armed. The last thing they want is to draw attention to themselves. You, for example.
I'd like to see Miss Peters.
Of course, my dear fellow. How? You'll find her in excellent shape physically. Mentally, quite naturally, she is a little apprehensive.
Miss Peters.
Are you all right?
What's happening, Philip?
The window.
Mr. Scott and I are working on a business agreement. It shouldn't take much longer.
If I agree, there's a condition.
My dear fellow, you are hardly in a position to make
Well, I must say.
Shut up. Take her out.
Come on, dear, the main bout's over.
Don't, Philip, please.
In our business, one shouldn't get too involved with a woman. As a hobby, this is much safer.
I can't tell you the names because I don't know them myself. I have contact with one man. He passes his instructions to the others.
I see. And he is?
I said I had a condition.
Yes. But somehow you never got round to naming it.
May I sit?
My dear fellow.
Don't worry, I've had my workout. When I leave here, Miss Peters goes with me.
That's an interesting idea.
You let her go too, they'll both skip.
My dear Hal, Mr. Scott knows only too well how easily we could frame him with West German security, and how quickly we could deal with Miss Peters.
I won't skip.
Of course not. And the lady's presence will be your best reminder. Now, your contact's name.
I know him only by his code name, Almanac. When I want to contact him, I communicate through a third party.
And then you and your contact meet at some prearranged place?
Yes.
The third man who fixes it?
He's just a post office. Doesn't even know who gets the messages.
All very prudent and conventional. Your contact knows the others, of course.
Only the person immediately under him. That way, if the link breaks, we have maximum security. Beyond that, I presume they use the same method of cells.
You presume this is your organization, isn't it?
Yes. And while it works successfully, I don't ask questions.
Let me ask you one. The jackpot question. If nobody knows anybody, to whom does a cell report if something happens to his superior? You, Mr. Scott?
They don't know me.
They must know someone, the whole organization.
You asked me for names, I've given you one.
Almanac. Right. You will fly to Munich tomorrow morning. You'll arrange a meeting with your contact at 9:30 tomorrow night at your usual nightclub. You will identify him by removing your wristwatch, winding it, and replacing it again. You will tell your contact to meet you outside the back entrance 15 minutes later.
And then?
Then you return to your room and wait for further instructions.
My deal was...
If you gave us the information, correct. But if Mr. Almanac should prove difficult to persuade, one of the other cells may want to contact you, Mr. Scott.
They wouldn't know me if they saw me.
That's what we're going to find out.
Whatever it is you're doing, I only hope it's worth risking your life for.
Tony, darling Tony, my life's not in danger, just in a slight mess. I'm only sorry that someone I really care about has been drawn into it.
I never had to worry about anyone before. People didn't seem that important until now.
It's a shock, isn't it? Values change quite suddenly. For the first time, you begin to wonder if what you're doing is worth it.
And is it? If we're going to Munich because...
Because you've tangled with a toy tycoon who's got some dreary contracts to sign. I'd understand if you decided not to come.
What sort of person would I be? Philip, they were vicious people. How much are you involved? Is it money? Do you need money? If it's money, I could give you...
I know you could. But I don't. And I'm about to get uninvolved.
Honest?
Honest.
Coffee?
No, thank you.
More coffee?
No, thank you.
This is your captain speaking. We're now passing over the Eiffel Mountains. To your left is the famous racing circuit, the Nürburgring. We expect to land in Munich 12:40 local time, which is 1 hour ahead of Greenwich Mean Time.
Hello. You have been out for 3 days. But you haven't missed anything. The day nurse is cute. The night nurse is a witch.
Was it you who tried to
You were doing
help me?
130 when it happened. And you know what? All predicted. Sagittarius, December. At least the paper said you were December. With a new moon on the 12th, you should be advised to watch your health, and traveling should be kept to a minimum. Does it disturb you, my talk?
What's your name?
Paul. Paul Spiegler.
Thanks, Paul. I know it sounds trite, but I
You know,
will.
there's also a lot of dreck in these almanacs, but true astrology is a science.
You read teacups as well.
Some people study the sex life of fleas. Others race cars. We all have our hobbies.
I'm afraid I've had mine.
You have another one. Talking in your sleep.
Nothing too lurid, I hope.
It was very interesting. You said you were working for British intelligence.
Then, according to spy lore, I should make a dive with that day nurse.
Look, wait. I'll get the nurse.
All right.
If I can press that button.
As a matter of interest, what does your horoscope advise?
Throughout the month, you should rest and relax. I have some very good contacts over the wall, if you ever needed them.
So, we are taking notice at last. Let's try and straighten those pillows. Mr. Scott?
Philip! Philip! Wake up, darling. Sorry I had to call you so early.
I was beginning to think you'd parachuted out through the ladies.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land at Munich.
But it's beautiful.
Good. I'm glad you're impressed.
Is that all, sir?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Thanks.
And what's your room like?
My room is for when we're not speaking.
Ah, that's what I call chivalry.
All right, now put on your snowshoes. We're going shopping.
You don't waste any time, do you?
I've wasted too much already. We're going to buy you a present.
Philip!
Hush, woman. This astounding offer may never be repeated.
But darling, you're crazy. It will be a fortune.
And now you're going to buy me a present.
Oh, not at these prices.
A tin of Weiss Würstel. There's nothing to touch them in London.
How do you survive?
The lady is paying.
Oh, 3.30. 3 marks. 30. Anything else?
I'm afraid not.
Oh.
The lady's a little short.
Oh.
Tell you what I'll do. Go Dutch treat on a coffee.
Philip Scott, you're an idiot and I love you.
Bitter? Anything with your coffee?
No, thank you. I'm just going to play with my brother.
Fine.
What? No Weisswürstel? Oh, they're wicked.
With your waistline?
You'd be surprised how it shows.
Not when you're dressed.
Philip, not in a crowded cafe. Obviously someone we don't want to meet.
What?
I make the same look. It says, oh no, not them. They're such bores and how do I avoid them?
I don't think I can avoid this one. Swiss manufacturer, and I'm afraid he's seen you.
Me?
Hoping I'm going to introduce you.
Thank you, but I have a collection of bores of my own.
Do you mind if I get it over?
You do that.
Just a quick hello.
And I'll spend a quick penny.
Hello. It's a long time since we met.
At least 18 months.
This is the first time I've been here.
Oh, Hilda and I come here frequently.
We can't talk here. Meet me outside the back entrance in 15 minutes. Oh, damn it. Stop.
What sort of a job is this? Your friend told me to bring a gun.
Not here, back entrance.
Is that you?
Don't kill him.
Was ist los?
Geh mal.
Ich hab einen Schuss gehört.
Oh, schlaf wieder ein. Es ist nur ein Motorrad.
Was ist denn irgendwas los hier? Schau, da liegt wer auf der Straße.
Oh, there's nothing like the night air to wake you up.
Do you always like to wake up before you go to bed?
Depends on who I'm with.
I asked for that.
Besides which, I think cities at night are fascinating.
Especially their historic excavations.
Well, if Madame is unhappy with the itinerary.
But she's more than happy with the courier.
So, I'm about to show Madame something really beautiful. Theatina Kirche. Started in 1663. Took over 100 years to build. It was painted by Antonio Zanchi.
It's beautiful.
Who was he?
Nobody to lose sleep over. He that dies pays all the debts. He had many debts. I thought the rule was we never met.
I had to chance it. The man at the bar this evening. He's tailing me. He's staying at my hotel, room 507, registered as Hal Bergen. There's an early flight tomorrow. I have to be on it.
And Bergen?
Must not be allowed to call London.
Is that all?
Your father tried to warn me at Kitzbühel.
He killed my father.
$6.10. Thank you. Our boring Swiss friend begs 5 minutes to give me his competitive prices.
Well, if you got a tycoon, you got a tycoon.
He's down in the bar. 5 minutes, do you mind?
Of course not. As long as you don't bring him up.
You must be joking.
Drink?
Let's cut the pleasantries.
Your friend met with an accident. You don't seem very concerned.
It's an occupational hazard.
The interesting thing is that none of my people caused it.
Look, the deal
The deal was, if the gentleman proved difficult, you would await further orders. You're getting them. From now on, we stay put till your people contact you.
You'll have a long wait, my friend.
I hope not. I don't think Miss Peters would like that.
Can't you people understand?
That they won't? So maybe it would be simpler if you contacted them. I'm sure you'll think of a way.
One tycoon reporting back to base. Tony? Tony? Tony!
So much noise! Oh, mind your suit, I'm still wet.
I love wetsuits.
Is everything all right?
Why shouldn't it be?
You're trembling.
With only a towel between us, of course I'm trembling.
Darling, I'm still soaking.
That's why you have to be dried like all the other household pets in front of the fire.
You are mad. You are mad. Philip, darling, your troubles in London?
Are all over. We're flying back in the morning.
Honest?
Honest. You can't wear a wet towel, woman. You'll catch pneumonia.
Welche Zimmernummer hat Herr Philip Scott, bitte?
610, bitte.
Mr. Scott?
Yes?
May we have a word with you, please?
Of course. We better put something on. There's two gentlemen coming in.
Good morning.
Nasser, what can we do for you?
Your passport, please.
What's this for?
You were downstairs in the nightclub last evening.
That's right.
You met a man called Franz Ulrich there?
Who's Franz Ulrich?
You were seen there with him.
Oh, him?
That's right. A few minutes after you spoke to the man, he was shot dead. So if you please, Mr. Scott, you will accompany us to the headquarters and make a statement.
There must be some mistake. Mr. Scott was with me all evening.
That's good. My colleague will stay and take a statement from you two.
We both go to headquarters together.
Unfortunately, we prefer separate versions and impartial witnesses.
Just do what the man says, darling, and remember, we don't tell them our life stories. Just where we went and what we did, that's all.
Don't you see if they take him now, our whole operation collapses? Nobody's going to contact him with the police.
Here they come.
Ah! Hello, Philip. What's this? They taking you away?
Somebody was killed last night. They want to question me.
You? Why you? When did this happen? About 9:30.
In that case, Mr. Scott won't be much use to you.
Really?
I met him and Miss Peters at the nightclub here about 9:15, and we left together.
And you are?
Mr. Bergen, Hal Bergen. You want to see my passport?
Not yet, sir. But it might help Mr. Scott if you came along with us.
Certainly. I just get my overcoat.
Are you mad?
Somebody's got to get him out. Stay out of sight, watch the girl. I'll be in touch when it's all clear.
Büro, bitte.
Jawohl.
But I don't understand.
I'm putting you on the London plane.
But Mr. Scott.
He'll be sitting right with you.
I'm not interested in how it happened, Kurt. It has. You'd better leave Munich before the inquest. What time does this plane get in? Oh, then we'll have to move quickly. Right? Yes? Philip Scott's in London.
He's back?
His plane landed over an hour ago, so we've got to get him fast.
But I thought Hal was taking
Hal's
care of
dead. Blake, check all the airport hotels, the sort of place where he could hole up indefinitely.
Right.
He won't use his own name. Any couple that's registered after 9:30, report in every hour.
What about his office?
The last place he'd go. You go back to his house.
Well, surely you wouldn't
Don't
dare.
underestimate this man's intelligence or his nerve. Now move.
Okay, okay.
Report back as soon as you're in position.
Will do.
Poor old Hal. Never a dull moment, is there? Shall I make you some more coffee?
No.
Funny you mentioning airport hotels. I remember when I was an air hostess.
Belt up.
And a Merry Christmas to you, too.
Pull the curtains.
Philip, being frightened about something I know, I can handle that. But this way, when you won't confide in me, I don't know where to begin.
You can begin by making some nice, strong coffee.
Please, Philip, no flip talk, not now. I'm not questioning you, what you've done or what you're doing. I just happen to love you. I want to help.
I know you do.
Nothing's ever as bad if you share it.
Funny, I never even wanted to share anything before. Now I want to share everything, especially the future.
And the present?
I'm going to finish off the past. Somewhere out there, sooner or later, there'll be a man watching this house. Now, there's no danger, no problems. He'll just be watching to see if we come back here. For a while, I want him to think that we haven't. You understand?
No. Do you really want some coffee?
And a kiss. And naturally, you won't open the door to anyone.
But you'll be here?
Until our friend shows up, yes. Then I have to leave you for a while.
I see.
Darling, I'll be an hour at the most, but that hour can clear up this whole business. There shouldn't be any phone calls, but if it rings, let it.
But if it's you?
I'll call 3 times in succession. The first call, I'll let it ring twice. Next call, 3 times. Third call, answer it. Can you remember that?
He's there.
Keep the coffee hot.
Is it bad luck to say good luck?
I had that when I met you.
Well, you set us a nice old task, I must say.
But you did it.
Charles man, and when you said phone box at the end of the Mews, you didn't say which end. There was one in the street behind us.
Sorry, the north.
Don't worry, we
It was
monitored
a rush
both.
call. I nearly missed the plane.
Okay. Next.
Anne, what happened? We got cut off.
Just reporting. No sign of anyone yet. How long do you want me to wait?
Until further orders. Check back every hour. Or better give me that box number
That's
in
it.
case I need
Take it
you.
back to dialing.
Belgrave?
Set return dialing speed. Harrow 3260, the winning combination.
Oh, you're a bloody miracle, man. Can I use your phone while you check that?
Dear chap, I can even offer you a drink.
I'd rather have that address.
Express priority.
And you needn't monitor this number. It's my own.
Yes, we already have that. All right, chaps. Playtime's over. Back to work. There you are. Elm House, Heath Drive, Harrow. Which shall it be? Having trouble?
Bastards.
Anything I can do?
Yes, I need a car.
We'll fix it. Special boys can't help.
Not now. Wait a minute. That signal unit, last year you were working on a directional unit.
The conversion job.
Did it work out?
My dear chap, everything here works out. It's bulletproof, naturally. As a matter of fact, a child of 10 could work it. Not that I'm suggesting it for Christmas, because once the charge battery's in there, if you slide that back, you have a maximum of 10 seconds before blast-off. It's one of our more sophisticated booby traps.
All I need to know is the signal activation.
Yeah. You pull that out, press right home, and you can't get it out again. It goes on beaming until the Japanese transistors wear out. Now, I better fit the charge battery just in case.
There won't be an in case.
I hope not, or Harrow's in for a noisy night.
A stroll through Munich at midnight. Delightfully romantic for our friend. And then,
We went to the church.
where he spoke only to his maker.
Look, I've already told
The
you
only
that-
person he spoke to was at the nightclub, yes. Oh, you must try to be a little patient with me, my dear. As I am being with you. Now, the Belgravia love nest. Everything that happened this morning. And this man who was supposed to love you just left you there and didn't say where he was going.
He never told me anything.
Do you think he's suspicious?
How could he be?
A remarkably unpredictable man, our Mr. Scott.
When you find him, what's going to happen to it?
Oh, that's not your concern, my dear.
I'd still be fascinated to know. That's just a risk. Next time I won't be so careful. All right, Tony, over here.
Mr. Scott, we were wondering where you were.
There you are. Any moves, I'll tell you where. Into the corner. You two over there.
I hate bangs.
An ex-air hostess should be used to emergencies. Anyone else in the house?
I don't think so.
You'll find my car, a black Hillman, up by the gate.
Philip?
Go on.
Is one permitted to ask what that is?
The magic box. Says having a wonderful time. Wish you were here.
It takes quite a while to get a pinpoint fix from one of those.
So why don't we all sit down quietly and wait? Leave it! Back. Right back. And I wouldn't advise the window, not if you want to finish that painting.
Oh, my dear fellow, you know how I detest violence.
Yes? Well, keep trying. That was Mr. Blake. He's going to keep on trying.
Well, old man, it looks as though we're moving toward the classical denouement.
It would seem so.
Only I wouldn't move too quickly if I were you. You might get a bullet in your back. Just drop your gun, Mr. Scott.
Please do what he says, Philip. I'm sorry.
You played it very well.
Trouble is, I wasn't playing.
Stop this thing.
It doesn't stop.
Give me the key.
I threw it away.
Did you now? Conan, Martin, search him.
Is this it?
That isn't going to stop me.
We'll get out, Philip.
Let's get out of this business. Let's get out.
Good morning. Don't try and talk. Everything's all right. And if you're good, we'll even let you have some lunch.
Where's she, Miss Peters?
Oh, she's fine. She came and sat with you last night before she left.
Left?
She had a few superficial burns, but it was mostly shock.
I have to get dressed.
You're not going anywhere for a few days,
But
Mr.
I have to use
Scott.
the phone.
As soon as doctor says so. Well, all right, but you can only stay 10 minutes.
Hello, Philip. They wouldn't let us in before. How do you feel?
The way I look, I want you to go to my house.
Have done this morning. Well, I thought someone ought to stop the
Miss
milk.
Peters,
No. No, the cleaner said that a car called for her things yesterday.
I see.
Well, you've certainly been through it. Papers are rather vague about what happened. Still, perhaps you don't feel like talking about it much, eh?
We have a new assignment for you, Philip. You'll find all the data you need in there.
I'm leaving college, Harris. No more schoolboy escapades. I've graduated.
I don't understand.
It's taken me a long time. This is a job for loners, people with no sense of responsibility for anyone.
I see. And you now feel that Miss Peters is your responsibility?
Was. But she stayed just long enough to show me how ludicrously childish our business is.
A necessary one, I'm afraid.
Who are we kidding, Harris? Grown men playing cops and robbers, both sides against the middle. We ever stopped any wars?
And you're cutting off just like that?
Just like that. But I'm clearing out my desk first. You read about the Harrow explosion?
Last week.
It's the headquarters of a special unit operating here. This is a list of its members.
I'll have a check made.
The names are probably false, but the descriptions might help. The head of the group I only knew as Smith. Yes, Antonio Peters.
The girl we had checked?
The very same. Strange, isn't it? Well, that's about it. Oh, would you give Kay a message for me?
Of course.
Tell him he was right.
That's all?
He'll understand.
Well, I don't. There's evidently been some direct contact between you and Kay. That's absolutely against the regulations. If I'd known...
You'd have told Smith. Process of elimination, Harris. Apart from my own unit, only you and Kay knew my identity. Smith couldn't have learned about me from my people, or he wouldn't have wanted their names from me.
Kay could have talked about you to the others.
He didn't.
Well, I deny it utterly, of course.
I had a second copy of that microfilm sent over. We found the one you passed to Kay had a number of slight alterations, enough to change the information completely.
Oh, come on now, Philip. If that was so, Kay would have taken action immediately.
The other copy only arrived yesterday. Now all that's left is for the action to be carried out.
By whom?
What's the difference? Take your choice. You won't need that now.
No, I imagine not. Philip. I was forced into it, you know. It was either that or...
I had the same choice. Where you and Smith boobed was to think I'd choose the way you did. Goodbye, Harris.
you.